All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping to be recording this live. We're doing it live recording of my book of meditations, right? So I'm gonna be talking, reading this live while I recorded, cause I paid someone to read my book for you guys, and you guys didn't like it because you guys wanted me to do it. So I was like, you know what? Let's make the recording myself. But while I do this, let's do it live, right? Because it's not bad while I do it live. So we're gonna start this right now, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And record now. All right. Let's make sure everything is ready, people. All right. The name of the book is the Book of Meditations. It's my upcoming audiobook. All right. All right, so let's begin this. The Book of Meditation is a book on how to apply meditation to every aspect of your life. Most meditation books teach you how to live in the moment, and that's fine, but it doesn't show you how to do social situations while growing in spirituality. It doesn't show you how to apply meditation to learn faster, to love yourself, and to deal with rejection, to become more attractive, and even a better conversationalist. In this book, you'll learn how to squeeze the joy and peace out of every experience while enhancing whatever it is you're doing. You will practice presence in every aspect of your life after reading this book. The reason why I came up with this book is because I use meditation to help improve my dating life, and boy, did it work. It worked so well that I felt that I needed to teach this to other men in the hopes that it'll work for them as well. It taught men how to be calm in the face of a beautiful woman. It taught men how to truly listen to a woman and how to improve their verbal bantering and flirting skills while using presence to enhance it. Aside from improving the peripherals of your life, why is meditation important? Because by turning everything into a spiritual practice, which is to say, consistently being aware of your inner and emotional state, you don't allow sudden changes to affect your focus. It transforms the way you experience this life. You are blending in with reality rather than resisting it. So let's say Jimmy Blowjobs from HR angers you. You don't. We gotta lower this volume. All right. We can't have any interruptions. All right. Let's go back to this. So let's say Jimmy Blowjobs from HR angers you. You don't immediately act out of anger. You are rooted in awareness. So you first notice the anger arising, you smile at it, and then you act. Now there's space between full conscious awareness and the emotion. When in the past, you were just a bundle of reactions, an automaton that's a victim of their own emotions. Meditation is all about practicing maintaining your awareness within yourself in the midst of chaos. Just like any other skill, no need to give it a heavenly aura. For example, a basketball player can practice shooting a basketball alone at the gym. But if he can't practice it when, God damn it, people, I'm going to have to edit this shit, man. I am not happy that I'm going to have to edit this. I am not happy, okay? By the way, I just woke up. I look mad tired. I know I look mad tired. But this is, I'm going to have to edit this. Oh my God. Oh, let's get back to this. Meditation is all about practicing maintaining your awareness within yourself in the midst of chaos. Just like any other skill, no need to give it a heavenly aura. For example, a basketball player can practice shooting a basketball alone at the gym, but if he can't practice it when there's a defender attempting to block or steal the ball from you, then they'll never really be good. This book is all about teaching you how to bring practice of meditation into the chaos of life. It'll give you the ability to maintain your presence of mind and be at peace when everyone else is panicking. So here's what you should expect by reading this book. In chapter 1, I'll give you an explanation of what meditation is and about some misconceptions on meditation that might limit your practice and cause you to prematurely give up. In chapter 2, we'll begin with my favorite meditation techniques, and that's feeling the inner body. It's an excellent way to be present in every situation. It's easier, in my opinion. In chapter 3, you will learn of another meditation technique I call don't try to feel better. It's a way of looking at your experience that brings automatic peace and removes a lot of resistance we experience when things go wrong. It's great if you have a crazy family that drives you insane. In chapter 4, you'll learn a meditation technique you can use anywhere, especially while walking. It'll make walking the most peaceful experience. In chapter 5, you'll learn about the highest form of meditation and how to use it in your daily life to bring more presence into the things you do. In chapter 6, you'll learn meditation technique, and to be honest, it's very common, so it won't shock you, but it's simple and effective. In chapter 7, you will learn about using silence to help you control your compulsive thinking. So if you struggle with your mind uncontrollably spitting out thoughts, then you'll love this chapter. In chapter 8, you'll learn how to use pain as a form of meditation. You'll learn how to bring presence into pain and transmute it into peace. I find this chapter extremely helpful and applicable in daily life. In chapter 9, you'll learn how to use conversations as a form of meditation. Most people lose themselves in the train of thoughts as they listen to someone else talk. You'll learn how to listen while remaining present in the moment. Every conversation is a potential practice of spirituality. In chapter 10, you'll learn how to meditate while walking. In chapter 11, you'll learn how to listen to your thoughts without losing yourself in them by using the listening to the radio of your mind technique. In chapter 12, you'll learn about a technique called being aware of being aware. It'll transform the way you experience your emotions and experience itself. In chapter 13, you'll learn of the technique I call the clicker technique. It's a technique that helps you become present by reminding yourself whenever you forget to notice your breath. And it also changes the parameters of what successful meditation practice is all about. This is especially useful if you get frustrated with meditating and need some motivation. And last but not least, chapter 14, which I'll explain to you 63 ways to become more present to the moment. It'll teach you different anchors that brings you closer to the moment. All right. So let's begin with chapter 1. And we're only going to read one chapter. Chapter 1. What is meditation? The common perception of meditation is sitting in lotus position and noticing the breath. Yes, this is meditation, but it isn't the only form of meditation. When someone asks, what kind of meditation do you do? They're really asking, what do you focus on when you sit and do nothing? Some people focus on their breath. Some focus on another physical sensation. The point is that meditation is returning to a state of no mind, a state of pure consciousness, a state where thoughts arise and leave on their own without you trying to hold on to it because it's good or push it away because it's bad. You indiscriminately say yes to everything that is happening, almost as though you chose it yourself. If you completely focus on your breath, there wouldn't be space for thoughts to arise without your conscious awareness. Why? Because whatever your consciousness or awareness focuses on, it animates it. It gives it life. If you, or consciousness absent of thoughts, focus on your thoughts, more thoughts are produced. With those thoughts come emotional reactions that lead to either happiness or unhappiness. When you focus on the breath, the sensation of the breath becomes animated and noticeable. It becomes easier to notice it because you are more aware of it. Remember, breath doesn't produce thoughts. It just feels. That's how consciousness expresses itself when it's not directed into your thinking mind. By bringing awareness to the breath, you are removing it from the thinking mind and onto the breath. the mind naturally calms down and stops judging and narrating your experience. You become one with the moment. You're not seeing the world through a fog of emotion anymore. You're seeing the world clearly. You experience your ups and downs with little to no resistance. It's like being late to work and getting angry about it, as opposed to being late to work, knowing you're going to be late, and just saying, fuck it. I try to get there on time, but I won't stress about it. I'm already late. There's a difference in dealing with your problems with that mentality. That's the state that you are when you disidentify from your mind through meditation. You are not your thoughts, but the space that allows your thoughts to be. You are the peace behind the contents of your mind, the peace that you experience when you let go of the outcome. That's why the more at peace you are, the more yourself you are. You feel closer to your environment, and that's because you are made out of your environment. Excitement and sadness is not you. They are the contents of your mind. Connecting with this awareness, self luminous and open space, brings you closer to yourself through the feeling of peace that's already there in every experience. When you do things in a hurry, you're not at peace and you feel out of place and you won't be able to handle the situation. You can be sad while being at peace. You can mourn the death of a loved one while being at peace. But you must first get a taste of this peace through the art of meditation. The art of sitting down and noticing the breath is similar to an isolation exercise in weightlifting. You either do bench press, which will work on your chest and arms, or you could do curls, which will isolate your bicep and make them pop out, but it will not work on other muscles. Sitting and meditating a few minutes a day is training the same muscle of awareness you'll use when you live in the present moment. The same muscle you'll use whenever someone gets you angry, and you find the presence of mind to take a moment to notice your breath rather than slapping the living shit out of them. That means that while you're talking to someone, you're subtly aware of your breath. You're listening to them, and because your awareness is on the breath, there's no space for you to think. You just listen while having an empty mind. You won't be thinking of what to say next. Rather, you'll make the person feel heard and understood. Most people speak and think of what to say next before the other person is even done saying what's on their minds. This is not how you communicate with people. This is conversational narcissism. Meditation is focusing on one's breath when you're listening, when you're waiting in line, and learning how to find joy that's already available to you in every activity that you partake. But when you sit down and meditate, you're making that muscle that allows you to remain calm when things go wrong to grow by isolating it through meditation. But it isn't 100% necessary. Most people think that they must meditate sitting down in order to really meditate. The truth is that the most important meditation is when you get up and return to your normal duties of life. When you're pouring a cup of water, where is your mind at that moment? Is it focusing on the sensation of the experience, or is it narrating to you your experience and projecting you into the future with images and inner movies that either reflect what you fear or desire? Spirituality isn't about rituals or the things you do, but where you're directing your attention. On the sensation of your hand as you wait for someone, or are you following the stream of thought that your mind is spitting out? Meditation is all about having the presence of mind to notice yourself being dragged by the momentum of your mind and returning to the moment. A technique you learn in this book is observing the thinking mind as a child who's hurt and just wants to be heard and loved. It's all about changing the way you relate to the pain. In the past, you relate to your pain with a desire to push it away, labeling it as bad and as a negative trait. But now you treat your pain with compassion, with love and attention. You sink deeply into what you are at that moment. Dive up to the surface to its depth of your emotions. You sink deeper into your pain. You sink into your experience by noticing your senses more acutely. It brings more harmony into your inner life. There are many ways to meditate. Anything can become a meditation. If somebody hurts you, you can begin to observe that pain with compassion, and you'll notice the pain become lighter and more manageable. Someone could invite you to a party, and you could be excited about it, but now you're attached to the outcome. If they cancel, you feel disappointed. In the past, you dealt with this letdown with resistance and a desire to change the situation, but you were externally focused for happiness and satisfaction. Rather than taking a second to feel your pain, you try to get some stimulation to elevate the constant pain that gnaws your spirit. And you post a status on Facebook or Instagram for distracting dopamine boost. But now you go into the sensation of disappointment and bring compassion to that feeling. And you can even observe the excitement that caused the letdown and observe with compassion in order to detach yourself from the outcome. Meditation will bring Meditation will change the way you relate with your experience. In the past, you had an outcome in mind and your plans failed. You felt anger or disappointment, i.e., resistance. Now you're so aware of your experience that when excitement arises, you don't let the momentum take all of your attention. You leave some in the body. Letting yourself get lost in your fantasies and desires causes you to lose focus on the moment. So no matter how exciting something might be or how scary it might be, you must always choose to remain anchored in the now, zoned in on the physical sensation to keep the thinking mind reined in. This prevents unnecessary attachments. As a result, you aren't totally dependent on the situation to feel good, and you are grounded in the moment. All right, people. This is it, people. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is the audiobook, the book of meditation. I'm gonna listen to it, see how it sounded, and I hope you guys enjoy this. All right. You guys be safe and bye-bye. Let me see.